Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here this evening and listening to Amandine talk about her art practice. Um, if you have any questions or comments, please make sure to put them in the chat box. Or if you want to be anonymous, please use the Q&A feature and tick anonymous. And I will make sure that they are relayed back at the end of this talk. Over to you.
Hello everyone, I'm Amandine Mondion. So I'm 19 years old. I'm from France, as you might have guessed with my accent, I don't know. So now I live in London since last year because I'm studying at Central St Martin's. So this year I validated my first year. So basically I was born in France. I grew up and I was educated in France too. Then I had a French scientific baccalaureate in 2020. So I've done just only science in my life before this year, basically. And then last year I decided to pursue studies in product and industrial design. And I've got accepted at CSM. So here I am in London now. And yes, I just applied last year via UCAS. I sent a portfolio that I've made with just what I knew about that time, because literally I knew nothing about design at that time, because I was studying science. So yeah, you can see like glasses. You can see also a lamp and a scenography work that I've done. And then I had an interview, and after that they accepted me. So first I'm going to talk about my evolution as a designer, and then next to that my artist pathway and what I've done as an artist. So basically this year I started with, there was 4 units this year at CSM. So during the first unit I've learned what it was like to be a designer and like the right mindset basically to do project as a designer and stuff. Then during the second unit, that was a bit more interesting because we were in group. So all the project that you can see during the inside the unit 2Ks are group projects. So one, I only put 2 of them because like I had to. But you can see one about transport in London and another one about a dish brush that had to be made for Poundland. So basically we had to work with a budget, which was pretty hard. So it was really interesting and made me like learn stuff about Photoshop and Illustrator that I didn't really know about. And then unit 3 was definitely my favorite one because we were alone, so it allowed me to like really develop my style and what I liked as a designer. And yes, so you can see different project of mine. You can see the furniture one, so it's the chair. Definitely my favorite one. So it was a chair, especially for scoliosis, because when you sit on it, you have to keep your back really straight because of your knees. Then I've worked for a chocolate company, Montezuma. I don't know if you heard of it, but yeah, that's the one really at the bottom of the screen. I also created an app for students in lockdown and like how lockdown was affecting students to only have to work online from your little studio, not seeing anyone. So there was an app to help students to communicate with each other and help each other. And also a helmet. So yeah, they really helped me like to develop my artistic side. And yeah, and then the unit 4 at CSM was basically only about sustainability, which is like really important nowadays in the world we're living in. So yes, you can see basically at the top of it, my main project of the uni. So it's also an individual project. So that was a snail sanctuary to basically save the sunfishes from dying. But yeah. So now my artistic pathway. So basically, since I am born, I've always been like creative and creating stuff, but I do not really know if I wanted to do that as my job in the future or if I just wanted to keep it as a hobby. But basically this year, I had to stay in France during a few time after December because of COVID. And I don't know, I had like a creative crisis, and so basically those are the work that I've made in 1 week. And that really like helped me and made me realize that I needed that in my life. I needed art, and that is something that, I don't know, makes me feel better. And even next to that, at uni in my work, I feel like you can see it. When I do art next to that, my creative is much more better, if that makes sense, in my design works. So yes, and the first one you can see is a moon mirror. You cannot really see the cavity of the mirror, but yeah, and there's my dog on it. There's also one with a resin. There's a foam mirror. Also another mirror with the sea on it, which also made out of resin. And yes. And so now the evolution of my art part 2. So basically this is what I've done since the beginning of this summer. So like since the beginning of July, so this month. So I really started sculpture. So as you can see with the male and the female, and which I made like as a lamp. So like I really like that project because it sort of combined my design side and my artistic side. Because it was a lamp, but like also artistic one. So yeah, definitely one of my favorite projects so far. So basically it was to show how we don't really talk anymore in our society. Basically we ask like, oh, hello, how are you? But we do not necessarily care about the answer. It's more like a reflex to be like, how are you? Okay, I'm just being polite. And so basically if you turn and look at the back of the lamp, there's arrows in the back of the two people, but you can't see them from the front. And that was the purpose, to basically you can't really know the emotion unless you like dig. But yeah, there's also the one at the top is an artwork combined with a poem, because I also started like writing poem and stuff. I don't know if I can say it, but Tebbs Gallery might publish some of my poems, I don't know. Then you can see also other sculpture of like animals with horns and stuff, and also a bird. So I really liked making the sculpture and actually working, you know, with clay, because they're all made of clay basically. And I really like that because at CSM during my course we work a lot on computer, especially because of COVID-19 and we can't really use the workshop as we would like to. So yeah, I really like to like touch materials again and stuff. And yeah. So here's my latest series of painting. So the last one, the one which is called Folly, is the one you can see at Tebbs Gallery at the color exhibition. So basically I really went out of my comfort zone, sorry, with this series, because it's really colorful, which is not something I'm used to if you compare it to what I was doing before. It's really colorful and still with clay sculpture, because I really like that. And so yeah, that's a series I really like doing. That was really funny. And so yeah, here's the one you can see at the color exhibition at the Tebbs Gallery. So it's 2 monkey. That one does not really have a signification, and that's basically the point of it, is that you can, the people watching it can make their own like own, I don't know, thing they think about it. And so here was the creation of the painting. So basically I just paint the canvas and then make the sculpture and then stick in them inside on the canvas. So yeah, because basically that's something I'm trying to do because of my design course. Because in design, you know, you have to think about the project, because you can't just make it and see what happened in the end. You have to really think about it and stuff. And when I do art, so next to uni, I don't really think about how it's going to end. I'm just like starting it and I'm like, okay, let's do that, and how this happened, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to change it, I'm going to do that and that. And here's how it evolves. Basically, I don't have like an idea in mind and then focus on it, and like it's gonna, what is gonna end in the end. It changed a lot during the process, and yes, Yes. So yeah, since the beginning of this summer, I applied to different competition and open call for artists because I really wanted to expose my art and like take that part of me more seriously. So here you can see the Wish I Was There competition, and I was a winner of it. So basically, I'm going to look for the date in my phone because I don't know them by heart. I'm not going to lie to you. But yeah, I won that national contest, which was organized by Network Rail. So my work is going to be basically exposed all around the UK this summer. So if you're traveling, basically, if you go to London Waterloo Station, you're going to be able to see it. So the pictures were taken at Waterloo Station. It's going to be exhibited there from the 19th of July to the 1st of August. Then at Reading Station from the 2nd of August to the 8th of August. At Liverpool Lime Street Station from the 9th of August to the 15th of August, at Leeds Station from the 16th of August till the 22nd of August, and at Glasgow Central Station from the 22nd of August till the 29th. So yeah, that was like, I was really happy when I learned that because I do not really believe in it. I'm not going to lie to you. I've just like sent that postcard that I've made because I initially made it for CSM. That was like, they were like, if you want to, you can send us like postcard that you make with like an object, because I'm studying product design, so like with a project. So my product was a tea bag and I just made it, and then I submitted to like that contest and I somehow won it. Won it. So yeah, so if you want even like to buy it, you can like buy it on the Network Rail website and stuff as a postcard and also a poster. So yeah, that was like really, I was really excited when I learned that, and that really made me like, I don't know, take art more seriously. My art is also at the moment exhibited at Young Artists Summer Exhibition at Art Depot. So it's the sculpture I showed you about before. So basically it's a representation of today's society. So you can see like a pile of garbage inspired by plastic bottles of big brands. And yes, so it shows how sustainability is nowadays really important and we have to take care of our little planet. But yeah, because the plastic is slowly killing the nature, hence the black tulips. Anyway, I've done also that drawing, which is a digital painting from that I've made on Procreate, if some of you are interested. So I've submitted to Yoff in Lockdown, and it's actually exposed now at Brink Art Gallery. And it's also going to be exposed, I can't say which magazine, but it's going to be, there's going to have an article in a magazine about it, but like for the moment it's confidential. And also, yeah, I've been part of the Inside Out project organized by GR. I think I do not need to present GR because he's really famous. He's a really famous French artist that do that kind of artwork that you can see on the last picture. And so that was the one he done in London at King's Cross to like celebrate Londoners with the Euro. So yes, that was one at King's Cross. There was also one at London Bridge and the docks. And so what's next? Now I wish to continue to create, to make new painting, sculpture, to continue to explore different artistic fields and materials, because this is something that I really enjoy. And I also want to start actually an online shop where I would sell all kind of creations that I would make myself, and in particular resin objects. So that's what I'm going to focus on probably next month, so in August, sorry. And yes, I'm finished, so you can follow me if you want to on Instagram and also on Facebook. And yes.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
I'm in awe that you're 19 and you've managed to do so much. It really shows if you live and breathe and have so much energy and passion that you really can do anything.
Thank you.
And I love the chair that you made for scoliosis. If you
Thank you.
ever make a chair for any other type of back pain, please let me know. I will be the first buyer.
No problem. I'll let you know.
But it's really interesting to see that you've made products that are actually necessary and needed. It's exciting to see that product design, get the right word, that product design side, and how you're using it to come through into your fine art practice. And I saw a dog, and I saw in a photo. Does he collaborate in your artworks?
No, he's just always here, like always around when I'm doing something weird, like not usual. So yeah, I just took the picture and he was in it, and I was like, it's fine.
And the network rail, it sounds really interesting. You said it was to do with tea bags.
Yeah, I've made it with, I think I can go back to show you. I've made it with tea bag. Basically, you can see like in the central picture, it's like dried tea bags, and then I've painted with watercolor.
That's fantastic. I saw it come up on Instagram. I was trying to work out what you've done to the tea bags.
No, it's actually real tea bags.
It's brilliant. It's so creative and exciting, and I can see why you're exhibiting across London with the project that they've put on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I could stare at it all day. I'll pull myself away. So you've said that you've always been creating and all of that, but there was a moment where you decided that you wanted to just go into fine arts. What was that reason to take that leap?
I've never wanted to do only fine art. No. Sorry if you understood that. But maybe I was not clear, but no. I was studying scientific in the scientific section, so I was doing only sciences. And by doing only that, like from 8 to 18 at school, I was like, this is not for me. And so I looked inside the artistic path, artistic industry, and I was like, what corresponded to me the most? And I did not want to study fine art like as a degree at uni, because I don't know, I like to do fine art without any barriers. It's like I've not really been taught fine art, but I don't necessarily have barriers neither because of that. And so I rather learn product design, because I don't know, I just love design, the way it can really help people with also like an artistic way. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great. That is a leap from science to the arts. Some people might think, other people think they go hand in hand, but yeah, I mean that's actually a really brave leap to just go completely like that, and to go to London from France.
Yeah, I really wanted to.
What was the appeal of London?
What
was yeah.
I wanted to learn English first, because I was like, I need to be fluent in English, like especially if I want to be an artist, and like travel and stuff is so useful and actually needed. So yeah, first reason was English. Second of all was CSM was a really nice school. So I was like, I might just like, I don't know, apply and we'll see what happened. So well, I've got accepted, but yeah, also to have like CSM. And yeah, I just wanted to, because what I like about CSM is that it's in England, of course. So basically there's students from all around the world, and it's like so interesting, because we all have all different culture or different language, and we're not going to react like the same way, basically. And it's so interesting, because when we have like a design project, basically I just make a chair. So for the chair, the brief was to make a chair for you, for an itch. So I've got a scoliosis. So
Mm.
I made one for scoliosis. But yeah, like for different, like the way people were eating in some other country, they were making other chair and stuff, and it's something that I would not have in France, because, well, to study in France you have to speak French, and less people speak French than people speaking English, if that makes sense. So yeah, I really wanted to have like that international touch to my classes.
That's actually really that's so interesting. That is actually a decision you made to go to a certain university. Most people is usually what is the course like rather than what the people like.
No, of course,
but obviously, yeah.
of course, was the first thing. But then I was like, I don't know, it's going to be much more interesting to like speak in English with people and stuff than just like staying in my country with my language. And just seeing people that have the same culture as me, like, because I would learn product design, but I would not have that human experience. I think I just would not be the same.
Yes. Do you think that coming from France and having a different culture is affecting your practice in some ways that?
Maybe. I mean, from going to France to like England is not that much of a big change. Then like, for example, if I was from Asia or something like that. But yeah, I guess like I've still got some French roots that like help me with my work and stuff. I know that, for example, the teachers, were like, it's really nice, your way of writing, really French. Like, I've never heard that before, but apparently my way of writing is French. So I was like, okay, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say, sometimes the English have a great way of saying things which you don't expect. And so, I mean, you're very busy now with everything that you've got going on. And you're saying you want to put up a shop. Do you have anything else that you want to just let everyone know that's coming up?
I'm not really, no. You can follow me on Instagram, you'll be aware of everything. Just doing my promo. No, but yeah. I mean, for the moment, not really, no. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I think you deserve a rest after everything you've got right now.
Yeah, I'm in holidays now.
So yeah, everyone listed on Catch Up and those watching live, I really would urge you to follow Amandine on Instagram. It is truly amazing to see what she's getting up to, especially over the past week. Everything is coming out in blasts. And you said that you wanted to put up a shop. What sort of things are you going to put in there? Do you expect?
I'm not sure about it yet, about the shop thing. That's just an idea I had, and I was like, why not? So yeah, I'm really like that. I just got ideas, and I'm like, oh, let's do it, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm thinking about just creating like an Etsy page where I would sell things that I would make in resin necessarily. So like I've got some ideas about lamps that I would make in resin and stuff. So yeah.
That sounds really interesting. I think lamps, that's brilliant. And I'd like to say a massive thank you for being here tonight. We've got a couple of positive comments. One is, it's amazing how you have been able to do so much in such a short time in being over here. How do you have all the energy?
I don't know. The thing is, I've been doing science for such a long time, and like I had to work to have my baccalaureate, but I did not like what I was doing. And I don't know, I feel like for the first time in my life, I really like what I'm doing, and I'm actually enjoying it. So like, I don't know, I do not really mind, to be honest, waking up and like driving and making sketches and stuff. So for the moment, I'm really motivated.
Yes.
Nobody is gonna last, but yeah.
And we've got a comment. Your piece that is in the exhibition is so interesting to look at. It really puts the folly in folly.
Thank you.
I think that should be your new tagline, the folly in folly. That is brilliant.
Gosh.
And yeah, if anything that's coming up, please make sure to send it to me. I will share it out, because your artwork and your practice is just so amazing, and it is in such the early stage, that there are so many different ways that it could go, and it's so exciting to see that journey happening.
Thank you so much.
And I will make sure this video is up within 48 hours to watch on demand. So yes, thank you for being a part of the exhibition, and thank you for coming here and talking this evening.
The pleasure was mine. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I hope you have a good rest of the evening, and I will see you soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.